Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, I'm Shannon and I'm a professional pet portrait and wildlife artist and I specialise in coloured pencils, so if that's of interest to you then keep on watching. So this is a very exciting video because I am going to Italy next Thursday. Today is Friday, so less than a week away, and I'm doing an art retreat. So I'm taking some of you guys with me and we're going to a gorgeous farmhouse in the middle of Puglia. We're going to get the opportunity to do lots of drawing in the studio at the accommodation, and it is also a wine tasting retreat, so art and wine tasting sounds absolutely amazing to me. But yeah, I'm incredibly lucky that I'm getting to do this. This is the second trip that I have been able to go on for my art business, so what a dream come true. I am very, very grateful for these opportunities, and the company that I am teaming up with for this retreat is Blossom and Dew, and we're staying at Masseria Specula in Puglia. I of course have a lot of things to prep for this trip because I am hosting all of the art workshops. They've got a dedicated studio space and I will be teaching how to draw a flamingo during the workshops. I have pretty much finished my practice drawing and I've ordered all of the coloured pencils for it. I need to check that I've got everything that I need, get everything ready, pack it all, and then we'll be good to go. This is the drawing that I've got so far, so all I need to do is finish off the feet and maybe add a few more details into the body, but the main thing that I wanted to sort out was the coloured pencils because I like to make sure I've got them well in advance of any workshop, especially if I'm going to be travelling abroad and taking everything with me. So the main bulk of that is all done. I did sort of change the way that I'm doing it halfway through. I actually did a YouTube video of me drawing the head with no talking, just me drawing. And I used a really pale pink colour as a base colour in the background on the head. And I was just finding it was really hard work layering up all of the coloured pencils. So if you've never drawn in coloured pencils before, one thing you need to know is they are renowned for being really time consuming. You have to do loads and loads and loads of layers of different colours to build up something like this. And the colour that I chose, it was just too light and it was really hard work to add all of the different colours on top of it. So you might notice that the body is a lot more vibrant than the head, and that is because I used slightly different colours. So we're going with this. I do find that with any drawing you sort of learn as you go. Once you've done a little bit more of it, you sort of figure out what works and what doesn't, and that wasn't working for me. So yes, I am really pleased with how this has gone though. I am really enjoying bright coloured subjects at the minute. I feel like that is what really ignites my passion for drawing, doing something really vivid and vibrant like this. A lot of my coloured pencils haven't seen the light of day because until now I hadn't really experimented that much with colourful subjects, so really pleased with how this turned out. And this is a reference by Liz, who is coming on the retreat with us. So Liz is another wildlife artist and she does a lot of her own photography. We went to Chester Zoo together a couple of months ago to take some pictures. I'm not sure if she took this on that day or if it was on a different day, but yeah, this is Liz's photo. So thank you, Liz, for providing me with this photo when you're one of the guests on my retreat. But it just makes it all the more special that it is Liz's photo and it's not just some random stock photo that I found online, so it feels very poignant and apt that it is. I have this sheet that I've been annotating with all the different colours that I've used, and I'm going to do like a better version of this that I can give to everyone. I don't want this to be a super structured workshop. A lot of my in-person workshops that I do currently are very structured, and the reason for that is a lot of the time I get people that have never picked up a pencil before, might not have used any art materials before. So I like to do the workshops really structured and then it sort of caters to everyone. But I know the people coming on the retreat do have some art experience, and I'm also going to be drawing the flamingo with everyone as we go. So because it is quite intimate, there's only 4 of us all together, including myself, I feel really comfortable just giving everyone a sheet like this and drawing along with them, and then sort of following what I'm instructing, and if they need any help, it's so easy for me to just go and help them because there's only 4 of us all together. So yeah, a little bit more laid back and casual compared to some of my other workshops. I'm not doing a video or step-by-step workbook or anything like that because I'm pretty confident we're going to finish in the studio time. We've got quite a bit of studio time worked into the itinerary. This is a retreat to relax and unwind, and I kind of feel like having less structure will give it more of a relaxed vibe. We have also got the coloured pencils that I am going to be checking through very soon. Still plenty of time to order more if the order isn't right. I'm feeling pretty on top of things. I've also done some little goodie bags for everyone because I thought, as well as doing the more structured workshops, even though they're not like too crazy structured, I'd also give everyone like a little sketchbook and some bits and pieces to get creative if we're chilling out on the beach or at the accommodation or anything like that. There is quite a bit of free time on this trip. So one thing I love doing is making things special for people. So I really enjoy doing things like goodie bags and extra little details and touches. I feel like that is something that I really enjoy. So this is what we have for this trip. If you saw the Kenya prep vlog from last year, you might have seen the little bags with the logo that I made on and stuff like that. Well, this time I have gone with a theme, and basically Suzanne, who's coming on the retreat, said she might get some lemon washi tape to take on the retreat, and I thought, what a great idea. Lemons definitely give me Italian holiday vibes, so I thought I would stick with the theme and get bits and bobs that reflect a Italian holiday. So this is the bag that I've gone with for this trip. I'm going to put all the coloured pencils and materials and everything in here, and I've also got a few other bits. Like I said, I wanted to get some little sketchbooks so that we could get creative while on the beach or at the accommodation whenever we fancy, and these are pretty good quality, to be honest. They're watercolour paper. I think they're 8cm by 8cm, so a good size. I only have hand luggage for this trip because we have to get a connecting flight and there's only an hour and a bit in between, so if we checked luggage in, we might not have time to get it and then check into the second flight. So hand luggage only, and it's a Ryanair, and we know what Ryanair are like for luggage allowances, so I've tried to keep it simple and not include anything that's too big because I'm going to have limited space. So I think that is a really good size anyway. So everyone's got a little sketchbook. I have got some lemon themed washi tapes, and these are super Mediterranean looking, so love those. Always handy to have washi tapes. I've got everyone a little fine liner pen in case we want to do any sketches. And this was fully inspired by Suzanne again. You can tell I get a lot of inspiration. Thanks Suzanne for this one, but I recently watched her vlog where she did some sketches using those little pencils you used to get when you were younger that have all the different colours in the leads, and they looked amazing and I thought that would be really fun. So I've got everyone some of these pencils that have the multicoloured leads. Don't know why, but for some reason I had to put my date of birth to buy these, like I was purchasing a blade or something, really strange. And everyone's got a little pencil sharpener. I bought these bags so that we can keep everything tidy. Everyone's got a Faber-Castell putty eraser because they are the best erasers in my opinion. I also have some little pencil erasers. I need to get those out. And I just thought, as like an extra little touch, I would get some scrunchies for everyone. So again, stuck with the lemon theme. They're all quite colourful and just thought it'd be nice to include a little bit of extra something. So I'm also going to get everyone one of these just standard 2B pencils. I prefer sketching with a softer pencil personally. I just feel like goes on a little bit smoother, and these are from my workshops that I do, so I'm not going to give them those because they have been used before. I want to get them new things, so I need to order some of those today actually. But I've also got pencil erasers, so I use these for my workshops as well, and they're great for getting little details. I'm also going to pack some other bits and bobs, like I've got a couple of old watercolour sets that I'm going to bring, I know that some of the other guys are going to bring their own watercolours too. That'll be fun to play around with. I'm going to take some pan pastels in case anyone wants to do a bit of a background. I don't know if I will because I don't want to ruin it and I really like the way that it looks, but also if I'm going to be doing a second drawing anyway for a demonstration, I could potentially play around with the original drawing. I don't know, I'm going to see how I feel, but you can see on the reference there's like a really nice soft faded background with the water behind the flamingo. There's also some little flowers coming up from the bottom, so we could potentially play around with adding a few of those in, but it's always that question of will I ruin it by adding any extra bits. It does look really striking on its own. And the reason we're drawing a flamingo on this retreat, it's not entirely random. We're going for a little walk on the first day to a lake that's near the accommodation, and it's called La Salina, and you can often find flamingo migrations there, so hopefully we'll see plenty of flamingos, get a little bit of inspiration and feel creative and ready to do the drawing. I am going to take my big camera with me. It's the Sony a6700 and I've just got the kit lens, so I won't be able to zoom in super far if there are flamingos in the distance, but hopefully I can get some nice footage and stuff for you guys for the Italy vlog. I did have a bit of an issue in the last vlog where there were some little marks on the video. You could see it more when I was filming like my desk that's white and stuff, but I've managed to get rid of that. I had some dirt on the sensor, I gave it a little bit of a blow, cleaned it off, and it's all good now, so hopefully that footage will look much better when I go to take some videos in Italy. I can't believe that I'm going to Italy to do an art retreat, honestly. I have to keep pinching myself. It feels very surreal and I feel incredibly lucky. It's currently very warm today here in the UK. It's about 19-20 degrees outside, and that is nothing compared to what it's going to be like in Italy. Let's have a look. It's going to be about 30-32 degrees, which is very, very hot. As someone who's really pale and doesn't fare well with hot weather, I might struggle with the heat, but it's absolutely fine. I've actually just sent out the full itinerary to the guests. I'll show you. So I put this itinerary together last night, and again, I've stuck with the lemon theme. I feel like when I like a theme, I just run with it. So yeah, it's got all of the information on what we're going to be up to, anything else that the guests need to know, so I feel super, super organised. So now let's have a look at these pencils and make sure that everything is all good to go. So this is all of the colours for the retreat. As you can see, there's quite a few and there's some really beautiful shades in there. Flamingos have a mixture of pinks, oranges, purples, and there are some Caran d'Ache luminance pencils thrown in there and even some Derwent drawing, so we've got a really good mix. I do use a mixture of all these different brands, but the main pencils that I use are the Faber-Castell Polychromos. So the great news is that I've got all of the colours that I need for the retreat. Don't need to order anymore. And behind me you can see that big box over there. That is the paper for the retreat. We're using Fabriano Artistico hot press watercolour paper. I just need to cut out the sheets and do a sheet for everyone and maybe even a spare one. I might do 2 sheets for everyone if I have enough. And then if anyone makes any mistakes, it's all good. And if not, then there's an extra sheet of paper to do something else on. I didn't want to risk ordering everything to the retreat and not being able to check it all myself. I wanted to order it to my own home and look at everything, check I've got it all and just take it with me. I thought that would be the best way to do it. Everyone will be able to keep the coloured pencils too, so they can take them home, use them to experiment with more drawings in future, and they've got a little bit of a collection built up there. So now I need to put these into the goodie bags. I might do what I usually do and tape them together with some washi tape just so that they don't move around loads and they're all together then. let's go with this lemon washi tape from my own goodie bag and wrap these pencils up. So these are the pan pastels that I'm going to take. I recently purchased this colour. It is Phthalo Blue Tint. Really like that. I bought this to use on the elephant drawing that I've been doing in pastels. I did a Q&A where I was drawing it, so go and check that out if you want to see some bits of me drawing that. So yeah, Phthalo Blue Tint could be nice for the background of the flamingo. We've also got this one, which is Chromium Oxide Green. Love that colour. That will also work nicely, I think, in the background. And then we have Bright Yellow Green, this lovely vibrant green colour, and Titanium White. So I'll take them in case anyone does want to have a little go. I'll take a couple of applicators and a few little pads. I'm not sure if we will use those, but it's better to have them as an option than to not take them and wish we could use them. Like I said, I've got some really old, and I mean old, watercolour sets. I bought these when I was in college, I want to say, studying fine art as an A-level. What was that, like 10 years ago? More than 10 years ago. So we've got a Winsor and Newton set, and as you can see, it's been used, but not for a long time. So hopefully it would still work fine. I'm sure it would do. If not, I'll just bin it when we get there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't think I've ever used the brush before. That's nice. I would like to delve more into watercolour. I always say that I don't like it, but I think it's just because I'm not very clued up on it. I don't know what I'm doing and I need a little bit more of a practice and a bit of a direction. So I've got those. I also have this set, and I'm pretty sure this is the set that we got in our art kits at college, and it is by Major Brushes. I think this one would be better quality. I'm not really sure. I don't know anything about watercolour, so I am clueless when it comes to this. Let's compare the colours. Don't know which one to take now. I'm very torn. I might do a little bit of a read up online and see which one is considered the better quality one, but I guess if there's room I could always just take both. And then we've got an extra set of watercolours. I've also got this big set of brushes. I won't be taking this, but I'm just going to take a couple. I'll take this one. I bought this from Jackson's Art. It's number 6, Studio Synthetic Brush. So I'll take that. Oh, that's another Jackson's Art brush. I'll take that. Number 2. I haven't got a clue when it comes to watercolours. Just take like a bit of a mixture. Do I take that one? Is that a bit excessive? I just don't know. So I'm going to take these. I've got a good mixture of brushes there, just to have a little bit of a play around with. I have visions of like drawing little focus sections of like buildings and bits of scenery that we see when we're going on the different excursions around Italy. So we are going to be going to Lecce, which is a city. It's considered to be like Florence, so I'm really excited for that. I've been to Florence and it was unbelievably beautiful. I really enjoyed going there. Italy's just such a gorgeous country, isn't it? I've been to Rome and I've been to Florence, but I've not been to Venice. I've not been to any of the coastal areas, so I'm really excited for this because where we're staying, it is literally like a 10-minute walk from the beach. So yeah, my first time going to the coast in Italy. I'm really excited. I'm excited to sample all of the wines. I'm excited to see what we're going to come across while we're there and just spend time with everyone. It's honestly the best thing going on a group trip and going with friends who have similar interests to you. So I'm really, really excited for that. I am going to finish the Flamingo next week and do the worksheets and all the other bits, but today I do really need to do some Patreon bits. So I was a bit apprehensive to start a new tutorial and then just head off and go, but I thought what I'd do is at least get the outlines ready and then all of my patrons can have their outlines ready for when I get back. We can get stuck straight back into the tutorials, and I'm also going to upload a recent workshop tutorial that I did of the Kingfisher on pastel mat. So I'll upload that just before I go, and then everyone's got something to get on with. So now I am just going to get started on an outline for this tree frog. When you're self-employed and you're going on a trip, not only do you have to prepare for a trip, and obviously I've got a lot to prepare as this is a business trip, but also you've got to consider the fact that you're not going to be here for however long, and you need to do preparations for all of the work that you're not able to do while you're away. It's always extremely exciting but a little bit anxiety inducing, because you think of all the things that you're going to get behind on, and I hate the feeling of being behind. I'm just going to trace this outline with tracing paper because it's just so much quicker and easier. As well as going to Italy, I'm also going to Kendal Calling, which is music festival here in the UK. It's in the Lake District in Cumbria. I've got a lot to get ready, so I am going to be away for more than just the 5 nights of the trip. That's why I'm doing the Kingfisher tutorial on Patreon, so that there's still something everyone can get on with while I'm gone, because I'm not going to be able to film for a good 2 weeks, I'd say. But I do feel like I need the break. We're over halfway into the year now, so I feel like now is a good time to have a bit of a rest and reset, ready for when I come back. I do feel like I need it. So today is Monday, it's the week that I'm going to Italy, and I've just finished the Flamingo drawing, so that is all done. It only took me half an hour or less to finish that bottom bit and add a few more little details. So it is now officially the day before I go to Italy. I've finished off some last bits this morning, like printing out the references and all of the rest of the sheets for the workbooks. Nothing super exciting, so I didn't pick up the camera for that because I'm also on very limited time now and it takes a while to set the camera up. So you'll get to see all of that in the Italy vlogs anyway. I need to finish packing for Kendal Calling as well today and do a few more crowdfunder videos for my part-time job before I go, so lots and lots of stuff to get on with. I think it'll be one of them where it's right up until the end of the day, but it's all good. So I really hope you enjoyed joining me for this Italy prep vlog. Of course, the next vlog is going to be the Italy vlog. So as you're watching this, I will already be in Italy. I'm scheduling this to go live on the Friday, which will be my first full proper day there. So I look forward to seeing you in that. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to see more, including the Italy vlog, and I will see you very soon for the next one. So have a wonderful day and bye for now.